The city that never sleeps is digging deeper.
PLZ, subscribe my channel and share video with others.
Deep under the chaos of Manhattan, while millions rush through crowded sidewalks and taxis honk endlessly above, a silent empire of steel and concrete has been growing, hidden from sight for nearly 2 decades. This is Grand Central Terminal's $11 billion underground expansion, one of the most ambitious and secretive engineering projects ever attempted in New York City. It's not just a tunnel. It's an entirely new world beneath one of the world's busiest cities. A second Grand Central, buried 150 feet below the original. The secret beneath the tracks. The project began as a dream, to connect Long Island commuters directly to Grand Central for the first time in history. But what followed was a construction saga of epic proportions. Boring machines the size of skyscrapers, workers toiling in temperatures that could melt metal, and thousands of tons of Manhattan bedrock blasted apart beneath billion-dollar skyscrapers. While the city above buzzed in its usual rhythm, a massive hidden chamber, large enough to fit a 10-story building, was being carved out below it. Chapter 3. Building an underground cathedral. Step inside the new expansion, and you'll see why some call it New York's underground cathedral. Vaulted ceilings gleam with polished steel. Giant escalators dive deeper than any others in the city, down into a place where time feels different, the air hums with machinery, and trains glide like shadows in the dark. This new level connects to 8 miles of new tunnels running beneath the East River and into Queens, creating a direct lifeline from Long Island to Midtown Manhattan. But every foot of tunnel came at a cost: money, sweat, and sometimes blood. The billion-dollar obstacles. No project in New York is without drama. Budgets exploded from $4 billion to nearly $11 billion. Construction delays stretched the project from a 10-year plan into a 20-year odyssey. At one point, crews accidentally struck pressurized groundwater, flooding parts of the tunnels. Another time, drilling equipment got stuck under Park Avenue, forcing emergency work that nearly halted all progress.
Still, engineers refuse to quit. "You don't just stop digging," one worker said. "This is New York, you find a way."
Now completed, the expansion, called Grand Central Madison, is a triumph of human ambition. Every day, 160,000 passengers now glide through its futuristic platforms, cutting hours off their daily commutes. But beyond convenience, it's a symbol. Proof that even in a city that's already filled every inch of space above ground, there's always room to go deeper. Standing at the bottom of this underground wonder, you can feel the heartbeat of New York pulsing through its walls. It's a reminder that this city doesn't just build upward, it builds forever. Few realize that New York is hollow, crisscrossed by abandoned tunnels, old subway lines, and hidden chambers from a century of progress. Grand Central's $11 billion expansion didn't just add a station, it revived the city's forgotten layers, linking the past with the future in a way only New York could. What lies beneath your feet might just be the greatest modern engineering story no one ever told. Before the first tunnel was even dug, a war was already raging between engineers, city planners, and the relentless geology of Manhattan. The bedrock beneath the city wasn't uniform. It was a labyrinth of hard schist, water veins, and unpredictable fractures. Every inch forward required blasting, drilling, and endless recalculation. It wasn't construction, it was combat beneath the streets. Thousands of workers battled the rock with explosives, 200-foot drills, and robotic tunnel borers that roared day and night. Above them, life continued as normal. Below, an invisible army was fighting to carve out New York's newest frontier. For the workers, many of them immigrants, the tunnels became a second home. They went in before sunrise and emerged long after dark. For years, families barely saw them. They were called sandhogs, a brotherhood of tunnel workers who risked everything under the city. They faced cave-ins, toxic dust, extreme heat, and crushing pressure. Some never returned.
One engineer described it best: "You can't feel New York from the sidewalks. You feel it down here, where it breathes and moans. The machines that ate Manhattan."
To carve through the Manhattan bedrock, engineers unleashed tunnel-boring machines, massive rotating beasts the size of football fields. Each one was named like a mythic creature: Mole, Georgina, and the Queen of Queens. They chewed through stone at 50 feet a day, leaving behind concrete-lined tunnels strong enough to last a century. But these machines didn't just cut rock, they devoured money, time, and patience. Every breakdown meant millions lost and months delayed. Yet without them, the underground empire could never be born. When the city trembled in 2012, disaster nearly struck. As crews bored beneath Midtown, vibrations caused cracks in nearby foundations, including some of New York's oldest skyscrapers. The city feared a repeat of past catastrophes. Work slowed. Inspectors flooded the site. But engineers devised a fix: giant shock-absorbing concrete shells to stabilize the tunnels, an innovation that turned a near tragedy into a triumph of engineering. For a moment, Manhattan itself seemed to tremble, not from fear, but from evolution. The ghosts of Grand Central. Every tunnel in New York has its ghosts. Old subway lines sealed off from the public, forgotten staircases, ancient mosaics from the 1900s buried behind concrete walls. During construction, workers stumbled upon relics: rusted rails, lost platforms, even a hidden track once used by President Franklin D. Roosevelt to secretly enter the Waldorf Astoria above. The deeper they dug, the more they uncovered the layers of a city constantly reinventing itself. Grand Central's new expansion didn't erase the past. It built upon it, literally and symbolically. The new underground terminal is not just a station, it's a transportation superhub designed for the next 100 years. It's wired with advanced ventilation systems, digital monitoring for seismic activity, and smart lighting that changes with train flow. It's not just built to serve today's 160,000 passengers. It's ready for double that in the future. Some call it the heart of a new underground city, a place that connects New York's financial power with its technological future. The final descent. Standing on the platform of Grand Central Madison, you descend 15 stories below the famous celestial ceiling of the old Grand Central. The air hums differently down here. The sound of trains echoes like thunder through glass corridors. This is where old meets new, where steel meets stone, where a city that once conquered the sky now conquers the earth beneath it. The expansion wasn't just about transportation. It was about proving that New York never stops pushing boundaries. It took 20 years, 10,000 workers, and 3 million cubic feet of rock to complete this masterpiece. It's one of the costliest transit projects in U.S. history, but also one of the most breathtaking. For future generations, it will stand as a reminder that progress isn't always seen above ground. Sometimes the future of a city is built in silence, deep below the surface.